Hi, welcome to Left Undone, Incomplete Investigations. I'm Kathryn. Nice to see you all, and if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. We follow the Lori Vallow Chad Daybell case deeper than deep. So let's get started with this one. I want to go over the text messages between Chad Daybell and Zulema Pastenes, because the more I read them, the weirder they become. Welcome to Left Undone. March 3rd, 2019, 9:07 p.m., Zylema sends this text to Chad Daybell. I'm feeling blessed and humbled by what's happened in the last 2 weeks. Things seem to be going so fast. Keith asked me to help with Julie's energy conference in May and attend it for free. I didn't get a good feeling about it. What do you think? So she's referring to Julie Rowe. Okay. The next morning, Chad answers Zylema at 8:30 a.m., March 4th, 2019. Chad says, I wouldn't go. I don't think any of our group is planning on going. Something isn't quite right with Julie right now. I would avoid talking to Keith, too. He is her spy. Julie is very curious about my involvement with the Arizona girls, but I haven't told her anything about you, Melanie, or Lori. She feels she has the right to control anyone she associates with. But you, women, have separate missions from hers. Anyway, hopefully by May, you'll be doing much more amazing missions than helping at Julie's event. 1 minute later, Zylema replies, I thought so. I felt it as soon as I received the text. Thank you for confirming that for me. 1 minute later, Chad replies, very good. You're awesome. Then in June, there's some more texts. June 6, 2019 at 8:22 p.m., Zylema sends Chad a message. Is someone attacking me right now? I feel like I have a hatchet in the middle of my chest. At 8:25 on June 6th, same day, Chad replies, I'll work on you. I got attacked earlier and the 18 got out today. Whatever that means. Then at 8:27, Zylema says, oh my, I am in pain. Chad replies at 8:28, trying to take it out, heal the wound, fortified your cloak, give you a new shield, and cast all out within a mile. I had to get a little dramatic there, sorry. At 9:12, so roughly 45 minutes later, Zylema says, feeling much better, thank you. Zylema then sends a second text, I couldn't get all the weapons out. The next day at 4:34 a.m., very early, Chad sends Zulema back a text and says, it was Lucifer himself, I am told, but he is now banished from Arizona. So sorry. So Lucifer got the boot from the state of Arizona. So anybody isn't a Lucifer fan, you might as well just go ahead and move to Arizona. My goodness gracious. That same day, June 7th at 7:41 a.m., Zylema texts Chad again and says, oh my goodness, no wonder I was hurting so bad. I woke up with a really bad headache. It hurts to move. I wonder if he put weapons in my head. That darn Lucifer. Okay, I won't get too sarcastic, but this is hard to read and keep a straight face, just to let you know. Moving on to August 7th, 2019. Now, this would have been after Charles was shot and killed. At 9:45 p.m. on 8/7/2019, Zylema sends a message to Chad and says, were you trying to tell me the other day that Alex is going to be my husband to finish my mission here? Then she texts immediately again. And she said, I'm a little slow at times and I don't get hints. Chad replies immediately, yes. Did you get that answer? Question mark, question mark. Then he says, "It's what we saw in the future." Then Zylema sends a message at 9:48. It says, "I had an impression when I met him for the first time, but I dismissed it quickly because I really didn't want to have a man again in this life." Then she says, "I'll ask in the temple tomorrow." And then Chad says at 10:01 p.m., he says, like 10 minutes later, he says, "Okay, that's good. Always ask the Lord. He's the only one who knows what he has in store." And then I'm thinking in my head, like, Chad's going, "But I really know everything because I'm him." Huh? It's hard to get through these, you guys. It's so ridiculous and so insane when we know the outcome that people are dead because of these wackadoodles. Then at 8:07 the same day, at 10:15 p.m., it's about 14 minutes later, Zulema replies, "You always encourage me to do that. I love that about you." Chatty daddy. Okay, I added the chatty daddy. About 30 minutes later, Chad replies to Zylema and says, "What time are you going to the temple tomorrow?" She replies 10 minutes later at 10:53 p.m. She says, "Early, 7 a.m." At 2:11 p.m. the next day, August 8th, she says, "Does he know?" I'm assuming she's talking about, does Alex know that her and Alex are supposed to be married to finish their mission in this life? Chad replies immediately, "Yes, he knows. He knew before we told him what we saw." Zylema replies about 10 minutes later, "Interesting." An hour later, she sends another message. So obviously she had to ponder this stuff, go in her portal, I don't know, figure out what's going on. And she says, "He knew? The one that can't see anything? Think veil and all? I didn't, and I'm the one that can see things." So Slim is a little confused how Alex could have possibly saw it because he obviously doesn't have this gift that she has, that Chad has, this hokey pokey baloney gift. And she's confused. Poor Zylema. She's rather confused. So Chad needs to straighten this out. Then she sends another message 2 minutes later. She said, "So in the past 2 days, I have had guys come to me at Starbucks while I'm working. That hasn't happened to me in like dot, dot, dot. I don't know how long. ROFL. Rolling on the floor, laughing. Ha ha. Ha." Zylema's like, "Oh, wow. Guys are coming and hitting on me." That's so weird. And I didn't know she worked at Starbucks. Did you? About 4 minutes later at 3:23 p.m., Chad writes back, "Funny. When it rains, it pours." Three exclamation marks. "A little element humor for you. Ha ha ha." Remember, because apparently Zulema is in charge of the elements like earthquakes and crap. Again, so stinking ridiculous that any normal person would fall for any of this crap. Obviously, they're not normal. So I'll take that part back. Zulema replies, "LOL." And then she sends another message about 45 minutes later, 50 minutes later, and she says, "Chad, can you check this person for me, please? Kelly." And then the name is redacted. Now, I don't have the date and time for this one, but this is also more of Zylema reaching out to her guru, Chatty Daddy. And she says, "On my way to the temple this morning, I saw Melanie's mother-in-law." Mother-in-law. I think she meant mother-in-law, but we know these people aren't the sharpest tools in the shed. So anyway, "On my way to the temple this morning, I saw Melanie's mother-in-law. She smiled and nodded at me, and I believed she put fiery darts on me. I'm struggling with doubt. I got a flat tire, a nail in my tire, and now I have to replace my tire." Usually how it works. "Now I have a bad headache, body pains, and a sharp pain on my back on the right shoulder blade. I've been casting out, but I still feel the attack. Could you please help me cast out and do some healing on me? I feel horrible." Chad replies, don't know how long it takes him to do this. I don't have the right timestamps. I cast out the demons that were afflicting you and removed the weapons, negative cords, and curses. I also healed the damage they caused. I am sorry you are being attacked. Then he says, don't doubt yourself. The attack was coordinated by Lucifer himself. You are a valiant warrior that he wants to discourage. Clearly, these are probably out of order because remember, Lucifer is banished on the previous text from Arizona, but you get the point. This has been going on for a long time between these Please Help Me Chad Guru and Zylema. Then there is some more text about a guy named Jerry. Zylema, I don't have the date again, texts Chad and says, hi, Chad. I've been blocked from visions for about 2 weeks. Do you see what's blocking me? Is it my friend Jerry? Is he dark? He's the only person near me except my kids, Lori and Melanie. Chad replies, yes, Jerry is blocking you. Sadly, he is a 4.2 dark. Zylema replies, oh my, I was afraid of that. And Chad replies, Lucifer is seeking to get the darks infiltrated into our lives. Sorry about Jerry, but yes, he is blocking your spiritual communication. She says, can I block him back? Shield myself? Cast his darkness out from me? Then she says, do they even know they're dark? Are they consciously trying to stop our missions? Chad says, you can block him, but when you are around him, he will block your gifts. He might not be fully aware his is meant to stop your mission, but he will certainly oppose you as he learns more about you, like Charles and Brandon do. At least you're not married to him. Now, come on there. Look at that. Now Jerry's in the lump with poor Brandon, near miss. Thank God. And Charles is gone. I'd like to know who Jerry is. Anybody know? Anybody seen a Jerry around? I just want to say, Zylema, honey, if you're listening to this, I don't know if you ever would hear this, but you made that so easy for Chad. You literally fed him the information for him to make up crap and tell you about this person's dark and this person's that. Asking him all those questions, honey, you had a headache or a migraine. You were, a normal bug, a cold. There was no Satan or Lucifer or Chad or Jerry or anybody attacking you. Lord, girl, we need to pray for you because you bought into this big time and you thought Chad was your direct line to God. Remember, beware of false prophets.
Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down, and cast into the fire. Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them. Not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils? And in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Therefore whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And every one that heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. And it came to pass, when Jesus had ended these sayings, the people were astonished at his doctrine. For he taught them as one having authority, and not as the scribes.
Thank you, everybody, for watching Left Undone, Incomplete Investigations. I'm Kathryn. I will see you soon.